Hello everyone and welcome back to My Opinion. In this video, I'll be previewing the Asia Cup final between India and Pakistan. Let's get into this preview. Before I start, I've seen generally that on social media, whenever India are on the cusp of winning a trophy, and this is even from Indian fans, there's a doubt that's expressed to say, what if the so-called law of averages catches up to them? And this is despite whatever record they would have going into the final. They've won 35 of their last 38 T20Is. They have won 29 out of 30 of their last few completed white ball matches. When a team is playing this well, I feel when they consistently get to the point that they're on the doorstep to victory, it would be a disrespect to doubt whether they can perform on the day. With the outstanding player pool that India have got, with the level of cricket that they have been playing, I feel as an Indian fan, I've always thought this. I would not doubt them. One, because of sentiment, and I think it's respecting them for the level they have got to be able to win a trophy. And secondly, and that means with the level of cricket they are playing, with how good players they are, you can back India to win. And I feel it's disrespectful, no matter what intention you have, consistently to sort of fear the worst to happen. I understand it's an emotional thing, but I've always felt that India are getting to this point where they can win, so we should back them, and they've got the cricketing ability to succeed. And I've said this before, where in India versus Pakistan matches, the pressure is only on India, because if India win, the status quo gets maintained. If Pakistan win, they've got the winner they can talk about for years. And that's why I feel that two things can happen if in any case India loses to Pakistan in whatever competition. That is that there's pile-on from the outside, and where you've got people saying India, for example, didn't shake hands with Pakistan after the first match, so on and so forth. Or you've got sort of an emotional frustration from India fans, because no one in India wants to lose to Pakistan, no matter how many times India have beaten them before. And that is why sometimes, because of that frustration, it can cause, you can say, I knew this would happen, or well, I can't believe this happened, so on and so forth. And you sort of talk in a fairly emotional manner, which is, it's because of sadness. Everyone wants to see India win. But what I'm saying is, when India have beaten Pakistan this often, it shouldn't be a situation where no matter how many times you win, it doesn't matter, and you only have to look at the next match to maintain your mood. I think there have been 17 completed India-Pakistan encounters since 2014. India have won 13, Pakistan have won 4. I think there's been one no result in 2023. And had that match been played out, I feel India would have won that to make it 14-4. When you got a team that's playing so well, no matter who they play against, and yet you always pin your mood, or I understand even no one wants to lose to Pakistan, but I'm saying that thinking about the players as well, they've got to maintain that performance in a match that I think it transcends cricket. It has never had anything to do with cricket. And so in that case, we have got to be behind the players, whatever happens, to make sure that if there is pile-on from the outside, if we stand by the players, then the effect of that would reduce. So whatever happens, I fully back this Indian side, and I acknowledge the human element to them, and whatever happens, it happens, and I believe they have the cricketing skill to succeed. Now getting into this preview. From the previous match, Abhishek Sharma and Hardik Pandya were off the field in the second innings, so I've got 4 11s. One with everyone available, the second with no Abhishek Sharma, the third with no Hardik Pandya, and the fourth with both of them not playing. So the first one being, I'll get this 11 up, Abhishek Sharma, Shubman Gill, Tilak Verma number 3, Suryakumar Yadav number 4, Sanju Samson 5, Hardik Pandya 6, Akshar Patel 7, Arshdeep Singh 8, Jasit Umrah 9, Kuldeep Yadav 10, Varun Chakravarti 11. This is if everyone is fit. And if Abhishek Sharma isn't fit, I don't think it's much of a problem, because Sanju Samson can open. I think I'd prefer to open. And then you got Shivam Dube to play at 5. Now, with Abhishek Sharma and Shivam Dube being left-handed, you've got the Pakistan spin attack, where they called him the number 1 spinner, yet they didn't build him when there's a left-hander on. If Saeem Ayub is going to bowl the second over against Indian batsmen, we've seen that no matter which spinner has bowled the second over to Indian batsmen, it's not worked. And then you've got Abrar Ahmed, who because if India have at least 3 left-handers in their 11, Pakistan may be reluctant to bowl Abrar Ahmed as much, so you've got the 3 spinners who they would not be 100% sure when to bowl them, and that is why I think tactically that would help India, because that's the way teams think nowadays. But on the bowling attack is fine. And even if Hardik Pandya isn't there, if you're looking at the template they've taken thus far before the previous match, it is where they've got 2 seamers, Hardik Pandya and Bumrah, to bowl in the power play. So in that case, if you've got Arshdeep Singh and Bumrah to bowl in the power play rather than Hardik Pandya, at a bowling point of view, I think that's an upgrade. Of course, with the batting, Hardik Pandya is fantastic. Even then, India have got enough batting to win this match without Hardik Pandya and without Abhishek Sharma. So the bowling attack remains the same. Shivam Dube can also bowl. Then you've got the other batsmen there. So I think that is fine. And then even if both of them aren't playing, Sanju Samson opens, Shivam Dube 5, Jitesh Sharma number 6. And then you've got the bowling, and you've also got Shivam Dube who can bowl. No matter which combination India play, they have got the batting and bowling to win this match. It's a fantastic luxury that they have got. And so that's why I'd want Abhishek Sharma and Hardik Pandya to be fit, because they are the best in the world. But I feel even if those 2 aren't fit, India have got such a fantastic player pool that they would be able to win this match and lift this Asia Cup. So that's on India. And now on Pakistan, where we have seen thus far, I've mentioned teams should play at least 2 seamers who can bowl in the power play and pick wickets, get some seam movement. And most of the teams haven't done that. And when they have done, the previous match, for some reason, Sri Lanka, instead of bowling Chamira and the second over, Mahesh Dikshan had bowled. So the 11 for Pakistan should be, well, if roughly could be, Fakhar Zaman, Sahibzada Farhan, Saeem Ayub 3, or Hassan Nawaz. Mohammad Haris 4, Salman Agha 5, Fahim Ashraf 6, Mohammad Nawaz 7, Shaheen Shah Afridi 8, Mohammad Wasim Jr. 9, Haris Rauf 10, Abrar Ahmed 11. Now, I've said before, where if you need 2 seamers to bowl in the power play to pick wickets against India, Haris Rauf is not one of those. He's someone who'd much rather bowl in the middle overs than in the power play. And I feel if Saeem Ayub is going to bowl the second over again, it's not really going to... The Pakistan, I don't know what expectation they can have if they're making that mistake again. So if Mohammad Wasim Jr. can bowl in the power play and outside the power play, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Wasim Jr., Haris Rauf, 3 seamers in the power play. You don't have to expose a spinner. You saw in the previous match, Abrar Ahmed, when Haris Rauf and Shaheen went for runs, then he had to bowl in the power play and he went for runs in that match. So that's why, to make sure they don't have to bowl a spinner in the power play, they should play the third team. Will they do that? I don't know. They've got Hassan Nawaz, who could play ahead of Saeem Ayub. I still think Saeem Ayub, as far as a batting perspective, both of those 2 are good talents. Whoever they play, they can look to play. Because apart from that, Salman Agha is the captain. So can you bring in Kushdil Shah in place of him? No, and there's no one else who can play. So that's the only change they can make, either Saeem Ayub or Hassan Nawaz. And with the squad that they have selected, no one is going to make it into the 11. And I was confused in the previous matches because, for example, against India, they were 93 for 2 in 10. Mohammad Haris usually bats up the order. You're keeping him lower down so you could play Hussain Talat, who, with all due respect, I've never seen him score more than 120 strike rate in T20s. When you've got that kind of a start after 10 overs and then you sent him out, I didn't get that. So tactically, Pakistan have not been good. And I'll say this again. If you want to beat a team like India in a cricket match where you have not beaten them for a while, you've got to focus on the cricketing strategies as to how you win. If you do everything else apart from that, you play the wrong players, you jumble the batting lineup up, and you play the wrong bowling combination, then you aren't going to win, no matter who India plays, or rather who India fields. So I think Pakistan have got to focus on the cricket. Will they do that? I don't know, but this is the 11 that I think they should go with. And now when comparing both 11s, for the batting, whichever 11 India fields, their batting is more superior to Pakistan. So I think that the batting edge India have definitely got. As far as the bowling is concerned, I'll say this as I've said for the other teams. even if everyone is fit, you've got Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh, Hardik Pandya. That's fine. The three seamers in the power play. If Hardik Pandya isn't fit, you've got Arshdeep and Bumrah. On paper, I don't know whether Pakistan would play Wasim Junior, but they could bowl 6 overs of pace in the power play. They don't have to bring a spinner. So in that case, I would say that Pakistan would have a luxury to bowl 6 overs of pace if India cannot play three seamers. If India can play three seamers, then they can bowl 6 overs. The spinners, India's spinners are the best in the world. No one is coming close to them. So I feel whichever 11 they play, they've got the batting edge, they've got the bowling edge. India have got the goods to win this match and lift the Asia Cup. Let's see what happens. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, share, friends. My opinion. What's yours?